hello again.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
What do you got there?
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
I don't know if you really, that's what you want to start with, hey? Is you want to start with that? Well, instead of letting you get out of control.
I'm just standing here.
You're just standing there with a board. Well, I'm just going to welcome everyone. I'm just going to continue, doing it is what I do. And I'm going to welcome everybody.
You're just going to come in second, right?
To Japanese Knives 101. I'm just going to ignore you and mute you as necessary. So welcome to Japanese Knife 101. It's we're coming up to the famed Knifewear garage sale. So today is going to be a whole lot of sneak peeks and such. So we're going to take a look at some of the knives that are coming up. There's a lot of stuff that I've never seen before. A lot of new makers and whatnot. You'll probably stump us all to bits. So well,
normally
we're going to get to that.
I have a cheat sheet here. I should have a cheat sheet here.
Oh, you mean like this one?
Yeah, I don't know where mine is. Naoto was helping me here today because, as you know, the garage sale, sometimes I buy the stuff and sometimes Naoto buys the stuff.
Yeah.
Depends who we know and who's whatever. But Naoto's gone and met some people I don't know. So I've got.
He's tricky like that. He's a tricky guy. So,
Chris, I got to do something here. I see.
Oh yeah, I see that too. So we got John, who we were chatting with a fair bit yesterday during the Dish Pit, which is, I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment, is asking, is that a box labeled Tinker Tanks? Does it actually contain Tinker Tanks? Or are we being taunted?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so listen. Welcome to Japanese Knives 101. I'm Kevin from Knifewear. I'm in Calgary in our head office / warehouse. There's Chris Lord beside me, and he's in Ottawa in his little studio bunker.
Locked in the basement.
We are doing Japanese Knife 101, which is our weekly Ask Me Anything program. We have a theme, we talk about stuff, and then we answer a lot of questions, right?
Yeah.
And it always goes well. Like, we never get off track.
Never off track. Never say bad words.
Well, I don't.
I often do. So yeah, today we're gonna mostly talk about garage sale, and what that's all about. So Kevin kind of alluded to it a little bit. Twice a year. Yeah, I'm not gonna call it a sale anymore. I'm gonna call it a party. Twice a year we throw a party.
We have a garage party.
Garage party. And double fag got me. Easy to avoid off track if you just don't have a track. I think life is just off track for these days, So garage sale twice a year. It used to coincide with Kevin's trips to Japan to go see everybody. To go see all the makers, see all the blacksmiths, shake hands with a bunch of friends and have a bunch to eat and look at crazy stuff that they've been working on. And this year, for obvious reasons, this whole pandemic is really kind of thrown a kink in that. So Naoto, who you can see there, he's sneaking in with
just putting
cheat sheets for Kevin.
Cheat sheets, yes.
And Naoto and Kevin have been lots of social media stuff, or not social media, sorry, like on Zoom, on the phone. What have you got that's cool? What do you got that's different? So that's kind of how we've gone about it for the past 12 months. But the things to expect is like stuff from people that we already know, like crazy stuff that they're working on. There's always like a good selection of stuff with a budget in mind. But it's all about, like, for us, it's like the crazy stuff that you don't get to see very often. So we're going to show off a bunch of that. Kevin's strutting back there. I don't know what he's up to. Oh, someone moved his lunch earlier. So I don't know how much of that you heard there, Kevin.
I didn't hear anything.
But I feel
Naoto was doing things, and we got to stay away from each other, right? So I just got out of Dodge because he was here.
Yeah. So our buddy Chris Commandant, he's got a garage sale knife picked out, but it's for a student. That's nice.
Oh, That's super
You know,
nice.
if anyone wants to buy me a knife, I will accept it.
Do you know what, Chris? I bought you a whole bowl of Skittles and some cheesies yesterday. You didn't even say thank you.
You didn't buy those cheesies. I brought those from home. Those were my cheesies from home.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you're getting at, and I'm going to do everything within my power to avoid talking about this with you. But, you know, so what Kevin is getting at, okay? You know what?
you're doing a very bad job of ignoring it.
I know. Well, it's hard because you know how easy it is to get me worked up, and you're taking advantage of my emotions. So
I'm sorry, Chris. I think it's important to point out we do a monthly program called Sharp Knives Rock, and we have 3 hosts, Naoto, Chris, and myself, and we have challenges and have guests, and we make strange little films about how to cook a rabbit properly or how to cut a bunch of onions. And we had our second episode yesterday live, and we had Chopstick Challenge on it. I think that was the big point of that episode was Chopstick Challenge.
Yeah. So what happened was that we had to fish out Skittles and M&Ms out of a bowl of candy. And we were timed. You had to do it with chopsticks. And it's not that easy to do. And there was, I'm going to just call it a mechanical error.
Not sure
where
there so much.
Yeah, well, it's more of a Nathaniel error, I'm going to call it.
Mechanical error.
Yeah. And essentially what happened is if you look at that leaderboard behind Kevin, it's got Kevin at the top, me below him, and Naoto below him.
Yeah, so it works this way. The fastest goes to the top, and then it goes down from there. Because it's a race after all. After all, it's a race.
Yeah, yeah. Except it's a race that somehow, even though I was clearly finished before everybody else, my time isn't the fastest one.
I didn't really see that.
Yeah, well, that's because you're just choosing. What you're doing is called confirmation bias, Kevin. You're just looking. I'll explain it. You're only looking at the evidence that tells you you're right.
Well, I looked at the evidence.
There was
official timing. There was official timing, and the official timers gave me those numbers you saw. Chris, I didn't cheat. I just wrote down the numbers I was given.
That's true.
I put the fastest one at the top. I put the slowest one at the bottom, and I put.
I think for next time,
the second place or the first loser, I put him right in the middle.
Yeah, I think next time what I'm going to do is bring in my 1-year-old wiener dog and have her do the timing because I think it might be more accurate. She doesn't know how to use a stopwatch, but clearly neither does anyone out there. So,
well, if we're going to talk about it, I've got because I understand there was some timing. Like potential timing issues. Right?
I was there's a word extra in that sentence, but
I was potential timing instances, potential timing issues. Yeah, no, I don't think it has an extra word there. But what I'm saying is this. I've got a note here from Chris Armitage. It says we are looking into accounts that there was a discrepancy in the timing during Chopstick Challenge. It is of the utmost importance that we maintain the integrity of the challenge. We will have a full report ready for next week's show. We want our fans to know that we are committed to making honest and entertaining videos for them to enjoy free of controversy, or on controversy if you prefer. But I always like controversy. In the meantime, and I think this is the point here, in the meantime, the results will stand.
I don't think that's what it says in that email.
I just read it.
Shit, it does. I hate him too.
Well, it's not him. He's the. Anyway, he's looking into it. And there we go.
You know what?
I'm too far away from the computer. I can't press the buttons today.
Yeah, don't worry. I've got it under control.
I'm sure you do.
I'm going to tell you right now, if it doesn't get fixed, I'm just bringing this home. This fell off the back of a truck. If that leaderboard doesn't get fixed.
It's out of my hands. Armitage is looking into it. I'm sure he'll be fair. He'll be annoyingly fair. He'll probably find out that he won.
I trust Armitage about as far as I can throw him.
He's pretty little. You could chuck him. You could chuck him.
Yeah, good. Maybe 5 feet at most. So, anyways, if you would like,
it also doesn't sound good.
If you guys want,
it sounds better back there. No,
if you guys want to weigh in, if you watched and you feel strongly enough, one way or the other, on YouTube, if you go to youtube.com/knifewear, that's going to bring you to the main page. There's a community tab, and under the community tab, we're running a poll right now. And as I can tell, with very little doubt, that many of the people who took the time to vote didn't even watch the video, because 35% of the people who voted that Naoto won the chopstick challenge.
Seems like I obviously did.
You too, eh?
So Naoto won. Well, that's a big surprise. That means you came third, Chris. But that's okay.
A2 Naoto. Eh?
You weren't fourth then. I don't know why we're still talking about this, because clearly there's been an investigation launched. I've got the information here in front of me on here. Listen, there was also
I'm liking this
we had to read. There was a few more things we had to read. We did have a letter again from the high-ranking Swiss guy.
Oh yeah,
you remember the high-ranking Swiss guy?
I remember him. Yeah,
he's not impressed with the fact that we keep telling jokes about his flag, which, by the way, goes like this.
I don't know
for Switzerland, but the flag's a big plus.
You could tell that joke about a lot of countries if you think about it.
Well, no, you can't.
A lot of countries have like a plus sign on their flag.
Have you seen a plus sign, Chris? Do you know what it looks like?
I do, yeah.
No, name another country with a plus flag in it.
I'm pretty sure like Norway does.
Well, it might.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go with Sweden or something like that. And I was going to say it's not a cross.
Yeah.
It's not a cross. It's too off center.
Yeah, Norway and Finland are both a little off center. All right, yeah, Sweden also. It's the same friggin' flag. It's just different colors. Oh, well.
It's the same flag, isn't it?
I'm just going to shut up.
Listen, anyway, from the office of high-ranking Swiss guy, I've obtained video evidence that clearly shows the long-haired Swiss flag basher cheated and should be immediately stripped of his first place masking tape. That's my masking tape right there. So he says I've cheated. How did I cheat? Well, I don't know.
You did start early on top of everything else.
I didn't start early. I was just prepared early.
Yeah, you had a Skittle in your. I went back. I had better things to do, but I went back and watched the video last night.
I just grabbed the first one fast. That's just sour apples talking. That's just sour grapes or whatever the phrase is.
Yeah, just keep reading your email, bud.
In the aptly named Dipshit show after, he revealed that he did not use regulation chopsticks, purchased from a market, aftermarket, if you will. Likely the same market the Russian pole vaulter shopped in. I haven't seen a scandal like this since the Sochi Olympics. And in the name of world peace, please rectify this immediately. Clearly, this Swiss guy is not neutral. So I actually call into. He claims to be a high-ranking, important Swiss guy, but I don't know. I don't think we can trust him anymore since he's clearly not neutral on this event.
Well, and to be honest, it's not until he gets to the first place masking tape, like I long-haired Swiss flag basher. That could be me too. True.
Like
I'm I'm getting there too, you know.
Yeah. So it was probably you that cheated.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I cheated. There we go. You heard it here first. I did it. Anything to stop talking about it. I cheated.
I'd like to point out,
I'm terrible.
Fight Newsick says the best part of the challenge was Naoto after we're just chilling out and eating Skittles. Well, that shows you how much paying attention Fighting Usyk was doing. Naoto doesn't eat Skittles. He was eating the M&Ms. Fool.
That's true. He was fishing them out. Mount Everest has a good point, though. Now that it's a proper TV show, he can submit a complaint about the chopstick challenge programming to the CRTC. Well, if you do that, they'll probably take us down. I probably swear too much.
The truth is, the CRTC is trying to get jurisdiction over YouTube and Facebook video. That was the news yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah, that's a new thing. Well, should we stop going on about this nonsense and get me all worked up so that then we're not going to get any work after all? Like, we're not going to get to the point of this if we keep on with this stuff. Do you want to get into some? You want to look at some knives? Some people are asking about knives already.
Do people want to know knives? They want to know about knives. What do they want to know about knives?
Well, you know what? We've got There was a funny one where DJ asked, when can we ask questions about garage sale knives? Anytime, DJ. You go right for it. Damon, why don't you talk a little bit about the idea of scratch and dent? Because Damon says I don't have big money to spend for garage sales, so I hope Kevin drops a few knives. Scratch and dent for the win.
Do you remember when I dropped the $1,000 Deba 2 garage sales ago?
I do.
Snapped the tip off, and it took Naoto 7 months to fix it.
Yeah.
I believe he kept it.
Sounds like Naoto.
Should look into that.
Yeah. You know what we haven't told anyone to do? We haven't told anyone to like or subscribe.
Right. I keep getting in trouble because I keep saying dislike and unsubscribe, so I'm supposed to say like and subscribe.
Yeah, we're not going to say that today.
Do what you want.
Do what you like.
Vote with your conscience.
Yeah. If you like it and you want to keep hanging out with us, click on the like. If you don't like it, you know what? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. That's my vote for today.
Oh, if you have something unnice to say about Chris, I'd say go for it.
Yeah.
I got muted. Did I just get muted?
No, I didn't mute you. I can still hear you even though I don't want to.
Is that just bitterness talking?
A little bit. But here, can we talk a little bit about the idea of scratch and dent in the garage sale?
Yes, we can. So garage sale is this. Historically, I would go to Japan. I would go to Japan twice a year. I would buy lots of strange things. Naoto's dancing around and passing me a knife. I don't know why. We'll get to that in a second. So I would buy, scratch and dent. Thank you. So I would buy lots of crazy stuff. I would buy, one year I bought a bunch of stuff from a shop that was going out of business. I'll buy natural sharpening stones if I can find any. Blacksmith, like new blacksmiths we don't know, things from them, things from blacksmiths we do know that are experimenting, or one of a kind with a special handle, or just unusual stuff, like not regular inventory. And a lot of the stuff was a bunch of small makers that just can't make us enough knives for a full year in our 6 shops, right? Because we've grown a bit too big, and we take too much of their inventory, so they can't supply us for the whole year. So they can just give us a few knives for a few months or a couple of weeks, right? But one of the things we do is, if you've been to our shops, they all have sample knives, right? So we've got a wall full of knives, and they're usually guitars, and the knives are stuck
like
to
this one,
like the one behind your head. Yeah.
And
we've got a sample from every line of knives we carry, so you can try it and make an informed decision, right? Figure out if you like holding it, if you like cutting with it, right? It just helps you along if you're at the shops. But those knives start getting a little bit tired sometimes. Also, sometimes knives just get damaged, right? Sometimes they'll come and the tip will have poked through the box and the tip's broken off. Or, we had a couple of cutting boards with cracks in them because it was too dry in Calgary. So we fix these little mistakes up, right? But we can't sell them for regular price. So we sell them at 50% off generally in the scratch and dent department. There will be some knives hitting that department I don't know what for sure. I know this will be. This is a Kokuto. Naoto, do you want to push the button? Or Chris, can you turn the other camera on, please?
There we go.
There.
Do, 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 do. So this guy here had something wrong with it. What was wrong with it, Naoto?
Eh.
Yeah.
This is hard.
And it's still got a pretty thick, so I thinned out and polished it up. So it's probably gonna cut better than for me.
So there you go. It was returned by a customer. He didn't like it because he had chipped it or something. So Naoto has just thinned it and fixed it and polished it and resharpened it. And he says it cuts better than it did first time because he's ground it a bit differently. So there you go. So that's kind of fun. So that sort of thing. So that's going to be on there for half price. The scratch and dent stuff usually gets photographed the day before the sale goes live, and they hit the website like that morning. Right? It's not usually a you don't usually get days and days to look at them, if that makes sense. Because these are all one of a kind, unique stuff for us. So it's tough for us to get all the photos and everything like that.
What do you got there? Oh, that's nice.
So this is an R2 Kurosaki with the little star pattern on it. It's called a Senko. And this handle is some kind of Berlin acrylic. One of a kind. Cool little blade. And this is a slicer. I don't have a thing here, but I think it's about a 240 slicer with a really cool tip on it, right?
I was going to ask.
It's $846. And
Naoto, can you hear me?
One of the ones that goes almost immediately.
Oh, for sure. I've got a Senko here as well. Naoto, what does Senko mean? Because I looked it up and I found something that I wasn't 100% sure.
It means the 5th of May.
I got one here too with a crazy handle. Because the definition I could find was that it was a little fox Senko.
No, this Senko means flash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like what you do on the weekends when you're wearing a trench coat.
Yeah. I don't think people do that anymore, Kevin, do they?
I don't think anybody did that.
Yeah, I've got a 240 Gyuto here. Same idea, Senko, like the Senko pattern on the blade. But look at the crazy handle I got, Kevin. It's like a blue, like stabilized. What's my note say? Spalted maple, a blue spalted maple with a turquoise inlay.
That's
that little touch. Yeah, and that guy's $585. Now DJ has asked us, and I don't know if this knife is around, but the Yasha Yukawa and Takayuki Shibata Tamahagane Nakiri. We've talked about that knife, and there it is, just like that. That was easy. Would have been. It's just right there.
How easy was that?
So,
there is some Denkas. Naoto, do you want to go grab a Denka? Somebody's asking about Denkas. So this here is that knife you guys have been asking about. This is the Tamagane knife. So this was hand hammered by that the swordsmith, and it's been ground and sharpened by Shibata and engraved by Shibata-san. And it's made with Tamagane. So it's polished spine, Nakiri. It's a great little knife. But the exciting thing is it's made by a swordsmith and it's made with Tamagane. So it's made with the traditional steel.
Mm-hmm. Right? Like that's the stuff where they take the sand and the coal and they like burn it for like 4 days, don't they?
Yeah, this is the steel. This is the steel that put Japan on the map, right? This is the steel that set it all out, or set Japan apart from the rest.
Mm-hmm. And what's that guy going for? What's that knife going for?
A small $2,820. There's one of these in the world.
That's pretty cool.
Wicked. That one's going to disappear immediately.
Damon asked, what's the best knife to threaten lazy line cooks with? And Damon, I don't think that's really a knife like based on maker or steel or anything like that. It's just the knife in your hand.
No, you don't.
John says,
you want the knife. You want the leather strop, the paddle.
Yeah, because you could hit them with that and you get in less trouble. Once I threw an oyster knife at one of my cooks.
Tell me about that.
I missed him, and then my business partner said, well, what would you have done if you hit him? And I said, yell at him for bleeding. So, that's a Kurosaki.
This is the Kato Black Damascus R2. I have this knife, this blade, with a different handle. Right? But look at this handle. This is what I call the bowling ball.
Yeah, sure. That's like that swirly acrylic, right?
Look at this side. It's even got more.
That's fun.
I think this is brilliant. I'm really into this. I'm really, really, really into this.
Yeah. You remember those Kurosaki ones last year?
I like the feel of this handle. Like, it's so awesome. It's $779, so not even insane.
And but it's powdered steel, right? It's SG2 or R2
SG2
or something
powdered
like that?
steel Damascus, and then it's blackened, so it's etched black Damascus.
Yeah.
For me, like, there's a few serious winners in here. This is one of them.
Yeah. John May.
Yeah, it's a one of a kind, right? There's only one of them.
Our pal John May was asking to see one or two of those. He's got, I think he said yesterday in the video, he's got a green one. And then Trevor, our buddy Trevor, waiting for the picture of this knife to show up. Yu Kurosaki R2 Shizuku Wa Sujihiki 240. I think Kevin just had that up, and that's why he grabbed that one.
Suji.
But I think it's worth mentioning to keep an eye on that garage sales section of the website.
Oh, it changes lots. And Mason took a shitload of pictures. I mean, that's a technical term. It means a bunch of pictures yesterday.
Yeah, a shitload equals a bunch. So,
oh my god, this is great! I just got an Alto running. So, ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, Kurosaki's knives are beautiful. So, and that's a 240, eh?
It's 240.
Yeah. Oh, it's just where you're holding it near the back of the handle makes it look bigger, you know.
Look at that. That's teamwork. Did you see that hand scoot in there? $470 bucks. That's the Shizuku.
There's a lot of there. Everyone looks like they're kind of bringing out the powdered steel this time around, eh?
Well, you know what? I bought an assorted box from Kurosaki. I know I keep saying that.
So it's a bit of a surprise for you too, eh?
But they didn't have handles or anything. He's like, I just got this box of knives. Do you want them? Yes. Here, okay. What do you guys want to see? Fancy stuff? Here's a fancy stuff. So this is Rainbow Damascus Saji. It's Aogami 1. Is that Aogami?
Oh.
Aogami 2. Yeah. And it's the Rainbow Damascus Bunka with this iron wood. Look at the flare on the bottom of that handle. Right here.
That's nuts.
Look at that, right? And then it's got the nice curve here. Like, that just feels great. So that is just a rad little knife and made of rubber. There you go.
Oh, the rubber ones.
And tall. It's tall right here. It's quite tall right here. And yeah, this is it. It feels. You know what it feels like? It feels like the Masakagi Zeros.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But it's with a bone handle, eh?
Sorry,
but with a bone handle.
This isn't bone. This is ironwood.
Oh, I thought I just saw the lines in it. I thought it was bone.
No,
That's
it's
nice.
just a really, really expressive piece of ironwood.
Yeah, well, that's because if it was like, because I thought where it was bone or antler, like you've seen those, like the cow bone ones or the antler ones that he does.
Yeah.
But then the fact that it was kind of flared out like that, I thought that was pretty impressive. I've got a 210 with the rainbow Damascus. It's kind of hard to see because of the lights over here, but I got a 210. Now this one is VG10 with the rainbow Damascus. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna let you hold that there for a second. I'm gonna answer a couple quick questions. Lorenzo, who I was emailing with just this morning, thinking of a larger order, can we ask to hold first orders for further purchasing throughout the week? That is a really good question, Lorenzo, and I'm gonna explain how to make garage sale work best for you. Okay, if you find something you like if you're after this, I'm guessing, Kevin, that's a Hinora River Jump Petty.
Yeah, listen, Chris, remember I keep saying we got two petties. We got this one, the 135, and we got a 150. Yeah, and we got a Santoku. We didn't get a Santoku. Naoto bought the Santoku. Naoto, you little...
You guys aren't allowed to do that. That's against the rules.
You're not allowed to do that, Naoto.
Naoto?
There's a little bit
Am I the only one who gives a shit about the rules?
Well, it sounds like Naoto bought it. Well, there you go. So we can't...
Did you stab him, Naoto?
He just stabbed me.
Yes.
Well, you do have it coming. So if you find a knife like this,
just sour grapes.
yeah, if you want a knife like the one Kevin is showing, and it's one of these ones that we've been showing off, and there's only one, we expect it to go quickly. The best advice I can give you for a garage sale is to find, if you find a knife you want, purchase it right away. Because the knife is going to go to the person who buys it first, not the person who puts it in their cart. So what you want to do is, if you're able to buy that particular knife, buy it. Go for it. And then Lorenzo, after the fact, leave a note on any subsequent orders, just saying, I placed another order, or even if that one, Lorenzo, you buy that knife, I intend on placing another order. Please wait to ship. Just leave us a note. There's a very clear opportunity to leave us a note when you place an order. And we know to keep a lookout for those sorts of things while it's going on. So,
Chris, can you do me a favor? Can you put this camera on the large screen? Like, make it large? Because you have to see this, Chris. You have to see this knife and how much I want it.
that's like a picture perfect river jump, isn't it?
Right in, yeah. Well, no, it's not. It's even a strange one, because see the Damascus on this side?
Yeah.
Right? On this side, that's the jump part of the river. But if I can get it right, you can see the Damascus just in the smoky Kasumi.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
So that is, oh my goodness. Because it's that twist Damascus he does, right? That torsion Damascus. It's got all the Damascus on this side. The jump part is the blank side, but then there's Damascus right here along the edge in that smoky part. Oh my! I cannot tell you how much I want this knife. It's $1,294, Chris Lord, and I really, really, really want that knife. Really want that knife.
Well, and I think it's worth mentioning here, like, because a lot of these knives that we're showing off today are some of the big ticket ones, right? So don't, like, they're all, like, they're worth every penny. Like, Hinora is not churning out river jumps. You know, the fact that they're always out of stock on our website is because he doesn't make that many. It takes him a while.
Well, he chucks a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah. Think about the last time you brought your car to the garage and they had the car all day. Like, you're paying for the amount of expertise that goes into the product, not how long they take. Yeah, like there's a lot of ifs involved in making a knife. Right?
Naoto's sending me, Naoto's like miming things to me, and I don't know why. Just down if you don't want to say, because he's being shy.
Chris Commandant says Lordy's showing 44% victory in the chopstick challenge now. That's nice. People are smartening up. Blank Blank is asking, you guys ever get any wood chipper blades in to sharpen? I don't even know what that looks like.
No,
I got about 8 dropped off today to take care of for someone. It's a bitch and a half, 8 through my 36 grit zirconia belt. Well, I don't sharpen too many things. Like I kind of draw the line at I'll do a lawnmower blade if it makes sense, but I don't get into the too weird stuff. Oh, and Chris Commandant has another comment that kind of goes into garage sale expectations. Will the knives be available for curbside pickup, or is it all shipped?
So most of the knives are in the warehouse.
Yeah, most of the knives are going to be in the warehouse. The stores that are like Ottawa is going to be closed. Like we're not, the province isn't slated to open until the 20th or the 21st. Garage sale starts on the 17th. So we're not going to have very much stock here, just to like lay it out for you. Your best bet is to have it shipped to your house. Place an order online, have it shipped to your house. If you would like to have it shipped to the Ottawa store, you can, but there might be a bit of a wait. You're not going to be able to pick it up same day unless we already have it. Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver will all have some stock, so you'll be able to pick up some things in store. But I think it's important to note that like we're not kind of out of the woods yet with the whole COVID thing. So we are still operating the stores at a limited capacity, you know, masks on, hand sanitizer when you get here, like all the same rules apply, even though it's garage sale. So most of the action is going to be on the website. It's going to be on YouTube videos like this one. So, you know, bear with us. It's kind of we're all trying to figure out the best way to do this for you guys. And this is what we've kind of settled on so far.
Well, it's a great way because when it's live, right? People can ask us. I'll have a ruler and a scale and calipers. So I'll be able to answer any questions about size, shape, whatever. And then we can give people just really good close-in looks. We can just see it from every angle and basically give you the experience of holding it on video, right?
Yeah.
And you can even come in and just say, I'm looking for this kind of knife. Can you help us find it? Right?
Yeah.
I tell you the truth, I really like garage sale video day. It's fun. Like the first month when we do the video, when we do it we do it all day long, like a Jerry Lewis telethon, and it's good fun. You know, we can, you know, and then like today, I've got a number of knives in front of me. I don't have all of them. I don't have all of them by any means. But on that day, the first Monday, we'll have all of them out. In fact, I think by Friday this week, Naoto and I are going to take over the airwaves on Friday at 2:00. Naoto, I think it's 2 Mountain Time on Friday. We're going to take over. And I think we'll have all of the knives out by then. It's great. I stand in the middle and it's like banks of keyboards all around me. Like I feel like Stevie Wonder, right? With like 12 keyboards around me. It's great. So
I've got
fascinating.
I've got really Paul Verlot emailing me, texting me right now, wanting that river jump. Paul's a guy who's already got 3 river jumps and he's trying to get that petty. So
I don't have a river jump, and I cannot tell you how much I want to buy that petty, Chris. Maybe I'll buy it at the sale.
Well,
maybe I'll get it. While the camera's pointed at me, maybe I'll just try to buy it on my laptop.
Let's get one of your kids to do it. What do we got here? We're gonna move. Oh, Mark Laporte is asking for what's on your wish list. What are some of the crazier knives in the sale?
Speed round. Here, let's throw that camera back on, Chris.
Yeah,
I'll just grab like really cool stuff that's sitting in front of me that I'm really impressed with.
Okay.
This is a Kurosaki Yanagiba. It's Algon number 2. And it's mirror polished, it's made by Kurosaki in Echizen, and then it's been polished and sharpened in Sakai, and we've got a quince and blonde water buffalo handle. So a really special handle for a really special knife. I believe he made 4 of those. How many did we get now, Toe? We got 3 of the 4. So there you go. For $1,003, we have got the Masashi Kuro shoe, white number 2, Sakamoto Yanagiba, sort of. But if you look, look how curved it is.
Here, why don't I make it big again?
Hard for me to. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
So I can get right in close, but it's not focusing yet. It's focused on my coffee mug.
I'm going to take the coffee mug off.
If I take the coffee mug away, maybe it'll focus on this.
Well, there you go. You got it.
There you go.
So that is a cool shape. So that's $1,000 and 3. 1,003. Naoto has a program. He puts these things through and they spit out very technical numbers to him.
Yeah, very precise. Very precise. DJ's wondering.
And again, we're going to go to this one. This is that Kurosawa.
That's your pick, eh?
R2. Oh, dude, I love this knife. I love this handle. Oh, no, so this is Kato, not Kurosaki.
Yeah.
But like I said, I already know this blade. I got that. I've got one of the first ones he made like that. This guy here called Hatsukokoro. Hatsukokoro. And this is a Petty 150. And it's made with Aogami Super. And it's got the little hammer marks in it, almost like Granton edge. Right? And it's, dude, this is so thin. I don't know if you can see how thin it is. But it just disappears. It's so light. I love this knife. I think this is brilliant. And it's $387. I could totally get into that.
Yeah.
And of this one, there's also going to be Gyutos that are 240 and Kyosukes that are 240 millimeters. Yeah. So that's cool.
I like the 240 Kyosuke.
Okay, what else what am I really excited about? I'm really excited about that we finally got the shape again.
Oh.
Sometimes called sakabone, sometimes called hankatsu. Hankatsu. This is just a great little boning knife. It's only sharpened on the right side. It's more or less flat on this. More or less, it's sharpened a little bit on this side, but that's a really traditional blade. And at 154, and it comes with a sheath so you can wear it on your belt.
Obviously, you need to bring your boning knife with you everywhere you go.
Would be rude not to.
It would be.
See what it's got in here. Well, it's got a little plastic sheath you can slide it into so you don't cut anything.
We've got
cool,
DJ.
Right?
DJ has asked if we're going to have any.
All of these. So there's. I don't know who this is from. This is somebody Naoto's found. I know nothing about these knives. Oh, they're Seki Kanetsuge or Kanetsuni. Okay, these are Seki Kanetsuni. I know all about these knives. Molybdenum vanadium. So there's this shape. No, Naoto's telling me they're not. He's telling me they're SK4. So it's carbon steel. Well, that's even better. So there's this shape. There is a Hanasuki. And there's this little guy.
It's called Kawahagi.
Kawahagi, it's called. And Chris, another version of Sakazan, like that.
Oh, fun.
So that's 5 different. They all come with a sheath to carry it on your belt, and they're all $150 to $160. They're just an excellent value. Excellent value. So I'm a big fan of those. What else can I go here and put into the speed round? Here we go.
Ooh.
Masashi Sakamoto Yanagiba. Look at this. Woo! Or he's calling it Sakamoto Tako Biki. 300 millimeter with white carbon steel. 2. Very traditional. And it's got this, this handle that I love, Chris, the burnt chestnut with buffalo, and then the little sanded bit in between to remove the color, just to make it. It just looks cool. I'm a fan of that handle. And this one comes with a saya as well.
Oh, with the saya. Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, with the saya too. So that's brilliant. And it's a saya that's a bit baggy, which means when it shrinks here, it won't cut your blade up and damage the finish.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's important sometimes.
Is there anything in front of you that you think's exceptional?
Well, I've got a couple here. The one that I think I'm most excited about is probably this knife from Doi-san, the Homura. Guren.
Why don't you put you on a bigger?
I can do that.
Why don't you put you on a bigger?
So I've got this guy here. Look at look at the shape of it.
I've got the Nakiri here.
Oh, here, let's make it ourselves. Let's go like that. I don't want to be there. I want to be there. Look at that. Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that weird? It's really low on the heel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I can get into it. It's kind of reminiscent of one of those lettuce harvesters.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Also, it's a Nakiri with a bit of a back, like a bit of a rock at the back. I think there's a lot of potential for this knife. I think there's a lot of potential for this. Like,
I've always really liked his knives, but like I feel about like this knife in particular, the 220. I think it's a 225 Gyuto. It's kind of a funny shape or funny size, but Aogami number 2, clad, like it's an iron clad, like it's all carbon steel as far as your care is concerned, but super thin. But it's still got that hefty. It kind of reminds me of like the Kuroshu, like the same way I felt about the Kuroshu. You know, and they're $479. Like that's easy.
I saw somebody asking if we're going to have any Masashi Shiroshu. We have them all the time. Yeah, we have them right now. You don't even have to wait for garage sale for those. Garage sale is for unusual items that we don't normally carry, right? We have that Kuroshu Sakamaru because that's unusual. We don't carry that generally. And you know what this one is? Right, Lordy?
Looks like a Mizaki to me.
No.
Oh, I know what that.
Sakai.
Oh, yeah.
Polished spine.
I didn't get those. I didn't get to see those for very long. We had like 5 of them in the store, and they didn't hang out for very long.
Well, you want to know a funny story? Is I got the 240, as did Naoko. I also picked up the Kobanka. I know Adam in Edmonton picked up an Uul Sakai. Owen in Vancouver did, and didn't Sean get one?
Sean bought a bunka or a Kobanka, I think.
Yeah. That was these are a real winner with staff. Staff love these Uul Sakai knives. These Sumi. So they're carbon steel. You know, the secret is how high they're ground, which makes them really thin. And that polished spine is just like, that's just gorgeous. Big fan of these knives. Big fan.
Okay. I need a moment here to get caught up on some of these comments. We do have some Denkas. We saw a 240 Denka yesterday. 240 Denka with a wah handle. Do we have any other Denkas?
Yeah, I've got one here in my hand.
Nice.
We got 2 Denkas here. We've got this one. So it is the something. Well, it's a 150 Gyuto. So this is the knife I have, but it's with the red handle. I love the Denkas with the red handle. I got a 210 Gyuto with the red handle like this. 98. That's cool. I love that red handle. And at 685, we've got the Santoku wah handle. So it's got the hoe and the water buffalo horn handle. So there's 2 Denkas. Now, if you go to the website, you can just go to the garage sale section as well.
Yeah.
Right? You go to the garage sale section and just see what we actually have for the garage sale. So so it doesn't have to be a surprise preview all by yourself.
Yeah.
All by yourself, you can get a sneak preview.
So there are a bunch of photos were taken last night
Yes.
and should be up there, today, tomorrow. So a lot of the holes are going to be filled in. We've got someone, Double Fett is asking, can I get a compare and contrast on the two Anryu Gyutos? Maybe we could look around for those.
I got one in my hand here.
Okay. Well, I'll turn that camera on real quick. There we go. We've got Damon says, I love watching Kevin casually set down an expensive knife without even looking where he's putting it. DJ says the choil shot of the Tomahawk looks quite workhorsey.
I'd like to say, Chris, it's not the first time I've handled the knife.
No, I would presume you know what you're up to.
Yeah. So this is the Aogami 2, or Aogami 2, yes. Tsuchime 240 Gyuto. It is, I would say, it is almost as thin as the Masakagi Kumos, also made by Anru-san. It's light and thin. It's got a Masakagi shape. He's obviously used the Masakagi stamp shape for this one.
That's a good shape.
It is a good shape. Do you know any idea who helped design this big sweeping curve that comes back and keeps it all nice and round back there? Because up until I asked them to do that, all the Takufu knives were totally square. Ow. I just cut myself. Don't do that. It's a really sharp. Good thing is it just cut a little bit of skin off, but I'm not bleeding.
Well, Blank's offered to put $10 down on the Tomahawk knife.
That's nice.
I'll take a little bit more than that. Some neat. Damon says that he could tell that it was a Kato right away because the black Damascus has that holograph look to it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, it does. It seems to have depth to it, right? The way he does it. Here is the other Anru. This is the 210. So to compare the 210 and the 240, the 210 is not as long. The 240 is made out of blue carbon. This is made out of white carbon steel. This is Kurochi and Suminagashi. So it's the black and it's Damascus, right? Thin and light again. Like he's really changed his knives in the last 10 years. Because I remember his knives used to be quite beefy. So this one's all carbon steel. The Kurochi one is all carbon steel. So this guy
I'll make it real big. There you go.
Thank you. There we go. So the Kurochi one here, all carbon steel, and it's a 210. This one here, the Tsuchime and polished one, is a 240, a little bit longer. The 240 is a bit thinner, I think, than the 210. And this one's Aogami Superclad with stainless steel. This one's all carbon steel. So more issues with the Kurochi knife to take care of. It's 236. And the Aogami Super, or Aogami 2 with stainless is 375.
Yeah, so that'll be the big difference in price. There is the addition of the stainless usually.
Oh, was that it? Was it the question? What was the difference in price? The difference is price is the length.
No, but I just anticipate that.
The stainless and carbon core is different. Listen, Chris, I have to go back to this because I keep getting messages. I got 4 messages about Chopstick Challenge.
Why won't they just let it go? It's like the goddamn onion dicing.
Well, maybe you didn't do it right. Maybe that's the problem. Did you ever think of that? I'm not saying it because I don't know what you're trying to get out of me.
I'm gonna fucking bite today.
Listen, we've got a nice message here. It says, "I loved the new episode of Sharp Knives Rock. You and your team have done a great job creating such great entertainment." That's a nice message, right?
Yeah, so far.
The Chopstick Challenge was my favorite part. I look forward to seeing if anyone can beat the blistering time you laid down. I doubt it will happen. You are the king. Don't let me know. He scares me. It was signed by a guy named Steve Wall.
Well, I know where he lives, so I'm going to deal with that.
John from Saskatchewan says, I was cheering you on the entire time. Chopstick Challenge is my new favorite sport. Congrats on the clear and easy victory, Kevin. So that was nice.
So now I need to deal with the entirety of Saskatchewan and Steve Wall's house.
Yeah. Here's one. The way you destroyed Lordy and Naoto in CC, I guess that's Chopstick Challenge, was an inspiration. I'll bet you would kill a snake if you bit it. Don Penny sent that one.
There's no way Don Penny sent you that. Don Penny's on Team Lordy. He has been the whole time.
It's right there. It's right there.
No one can read that. You wrote that yourself.
It's right there. And this one here, signed by Anonymous. This one says, congratulations on winning the Chopstick Challenge. I'm sorry you have to work with such an angry person. Ever since you were a baby, your dad and I have known you would be a huge success. Signed Anonymous. So that's nice. So there you go. I got 4 nice letters of support there.
Yeah. How long those take you to write?
About 20 minutes.
Yeah. He just admitted to it, everybody. Just so you know.
Wrong. I didn't write them. Wall, John from Saskatchewan, Don Penny, and Anonymous.
Yeah. You could type those words out. Any chance you've got the Kujira Tsujihiki 300 millimeter knife nearby? David Alexander is looking for a special slicer to add to the collection.
Oh. Do you want me to go get it?
We'll send someone for it.
Well, everybody's abandoned me now. They said they didn't want to hear you swearing anymore, so I'm going to go find it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to the 300 Kujira Tsuji.
Right. Well, that would mean I'd have to know my way around the warehouse better than I do.
I hear it's in alphabetical order.
No, it's not. But thank you.
It was one day.
Well, that's the weird people used to run this place. Now that smart people run it, it's not.
Oh, nice. And we got... How clearly can you hear me, Kevin?
I can hear you.
What about, do you know how many of those handles, the SG2 Catos with the funky handles, how many different options there are?
I'm going to go look right now.
All right, look, we got some...
The
funky
handles.
Cato.
Cato. Size, Chris?
The 240s. We just want to know the variety of handles.
We have about 10 here.
There's about 10, Chris.
10 different ones, John May. So keep an eye out for those pictures as Mason gets them up. DJ is asking if we're going to get any Shigafusa. I heard there was a Nakiri.
No Nakiri. We only got... Oh, hey.
There was.
Those are the Kato ones?
Yeah. 1 second.
Oh, look at that. There's...
Our pickup guys are here. 1 second.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm going to mute that for a second. That's loud. DJ, we'll try to find those Shigafusas. I'll write it on my notes here. Sorry, I'm trying to get caught up on the questions. There's a lot of people on the video today. Mount Everest is asking about Kurosaki 240 Kiritsuke with Western handles. I muted you for a second, but look at that one. Sorry, I've been moving things around trying to. So that one's really that's cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
White acrylic.
Hey Naoto, off the top of your head, do we have a Kurosaki 240 Kiritsuke with a Western handle?
Let's see. There are some Gyutos that they had a Kiritsuke.
Oh, what have you? Oh, Kagura-san.
That's the 240. You wanted to see the 300 Yanagiba, though, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the 240. I actually didn't think we had these left, but I guess that we took them off so that we could keep them for garage sale after we sold most of them.
So, Chris?
Yep.
This here. Chris,
all right. Yeah. Look at that.
This is Senko 240.
Okay. Look at that.
This is listed as Gyuto, and that's what it said on the thing. But tip is actually looks like a Kiritsuke.
Oh, fun. I think that's definitely going to fit Mount Everest's bill.
I may change the we may change the description to Kiritsuke.
Yeah.
But that's how,
Yeah, that's more of a Kitsuke than anything.
Yeah.
So we have this handle.
That's nice. Is
And
it kind of like is it like a little like coppery, not copper but
yellow,
brass? Like
gold,
yeah,
black. Yeah.
that's gorgeous. And then Kevin's got a big old. I'll give you the big screen for that one, Kevin. Look at that. I made Mother's Day dinner with my 240 Kegura.
That's right. You've got and I've got matching.
I've got a couple of his knives, yeah.
So it looks like we still have 2 because we got 3 and 4 of them when they arrived. It looks like we've got 2 and 2 left.
Oh, great.
We got 2 300 Yanagibas, or sorry, Sujikis.
Yeah.
2 240 Utos left, which is very exciting.
And then I'm getting used to this here, guys. Usually there's someone taking care of these camera things for me. MRK, are there any paring knives made out of powdered steel? Do we have any like less than 90 mil powdered steel?
Not in front of me, but that doesn't mean there won't be.
Okay.
Like I said, you know what it's like. We've still got about a dozen boxes that have come in the last 2 days that we haven't even dug into yet. Like garage sales a crazy time because all these shipments arrive and they're not always what we ordered or what we're expecting doesn't always match what's in the boxes.
Well, that's what happens on the best of days,
right? And it's a mad dash to just get them, just to get them, or itemized and priced and photographed.
Yeah. Our buddy Mark Laporte, I know he's here in Ottawa. And do you think there'll be a good turnout with all the lockdowns and lots of people out of work? You know what? Doesn't.
Nobody in store.
Yeah, the store, the Ottawa store, Mark, we're going to be closed. Now the man says that we're going to be open on the 20th of May. I'm not holding my breath. I will wait until the 20th of May, and if I'm allowed to open the door, I'll open the door. But I don't see that happening. Here, I'll put your big camera back up if you're showing off a knife there, Kevin.
So I'm just going to do a parade.
You do a
handle. So these are all Kato Damascus with all unique acrylic handles. So I'll just do a parade of that while you're talking. How's that sound?
Yeah, you got it. We got Damon says it's no water bucket, but you should probably send Naoto $50 for stabbing Kevin. Yeah, that's maybe.
Why, Chris, I would like to know, why am I being treated like a villain here?
Well, you're kind of acting like a villain. You keep bringing up this chopstick thing. It's making me upset. It's making me upset.
This one looks like root beer. This one looks like root beer with gold foam. I'm actually
that's a good way to put it. Yeah,
root beer foam handle. Anyway, I feel I'm being portrayed as a villain when I'm just what are you doing to me, Naoto?
All the 240s like this.
Oh, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So then we've got our buddy DJ. I think DJ's in Bulgaria or Czech Republic or something.
Oh, there's the blade. There's the handle.
Yeah, we got to see this one.
Oh, baby.
You don't like things like that, Kevin. You don't like white guitars and things like that.
I might have a white and gold guitar that I can barely play. Oh, Naoto, that's the one for me.
Both 10 are different, though.
Sorry?
Those are all different.
Yeah, but this is the ones for me.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
Before looking at all of them?
I don't know. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see what else we have. Okay. Oh.
See?
Okay, they're all fucking great.
See?
Look at this one.
Oh, wow. How do they feel? Like, how would you describe the handle in your hand?
Super smooth. Feels like super smooth acrylic. And it's got that shape. You know how Kurosaki and so make those handles and Saji, they'll just make handles that feel great.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just that feel. Chris, I'm being portrayed as a villain, Chris, only because I want one chopstick challenge.
Yeah. You're gonna get muted again. What's that? That's cool.
Again, some kind of burl, and again with that what I would call the root beer, burl and root beer. I'm a fan of that root beer a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't seen one of these new knives with a handle I haven't loved yet. Like none of these handles have been a bummer yet.
Well, you're here. You show. Someone. They keep asking about Shigafusa knives, so someone you got to put that in your parade eventually.
Oh, there's only one, and I bought it.
Oh, he's already bought it, so don't bother, I guess. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, more root beer. Big fan of the root beer.
Mount Everest is asking about what is the Takeda NAS knife kit. So what you're going to get, they're 100 millimeters or 120 millimeters. You're going to get a blade that is set up to put a handle on. John has done a pretty good job of explaining it for me. He got to it first. But you'll be able to put your scales on and rivet it on. It's kind of like the blade's ready to go. You make your own handle. I know a lot of people ask for those sorts of things.
That was a blue and pearl one. It looked like the ocean, man. This one again, same material, just a slightly different version of it. And it's that blue with this. I don't know what kind of burl that is, but that's a cool looking piece of wood too.
So there's a bunch of these combination acrylic, and I like that.
Did anybody get angry with me yet about the Shigafusa?
I haven't got to the bottom yet. There's too many. Kevin, this is the most people that have watched this show in a very long time. I'm trying to get through the comments.
Watch this show anyway. Another white sparkly one. I didn't really buy the Shigafusa. I just don't know where it is currently. That's what happened. We lost our Shigafusa knives. We've misplaced them.
Well, that's just a good excuse for you to come back later in the week. We'll find it and show it off on Friday and definitely on Monday.
All of these Kato handles are awesome. Every single one is awesome.
Yeah, so they'll probably be on the website with like a numbered system or something.
Yeah,
like that. You get the one you're asking for.
Yeah.
Blank is looking for some of the. Blank wants to see some of the cheaper stuff, more of the budget-friendly stuff.
So Shigafusas.
Only Shigafusas, yeah. Nathan has come to his own defense and says, I'm more of a measure once, cut twice kind of guy. And that is a good way to describe Nathan. Yeah. If you need it done, ask Nathan. If you need it done twice, ask Nathan.
I think Nathan's getting treated unfairly here.
Just because Nathan should have kept his mouth shut, to be honest.
Look at this one. So look at the handle. Look at the wood end of it, Chris.
Yeah.
Now look at this side with the wood. It's got some darker wood right on the butt there.
So I fall into these rabbit holes often of watching people do like weird, like kind of acrylic epoxy woodworking stuff. Like I don't know, like you're scrolling through Facebook or whatever it is and you just fall on these videos of people making stuff out of that. And it's cool what people can do, like setting the wood in the acrylic. And I think I can't do any of it, but I like it.
Okay, we need some budget stuff. Hey, I'm gonna collect some budget stuff here.
Yeah.
In front of me. Blank is 520 budget stuff. I'm joking. I know it's not.
Trevor's got his eye on one of the slicers we were showing. Lorenzo is wondering if the Arcos cleavers will be restocked in time for garage sale, looking for a square tip.
Who knows?
Naoto might know. If Naoto heard us, Lorenzo, he might be able to answer, but I'm going to guess no.
No.
That's my guess.
The answer is no. Naoto, when we reorder this, can we get a bunch of bread knives too and some boning? Did you order the bread knives?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I've got 3 budget knives in front of me.
Cool.
I have got this one, the Santoku from Munaishi.
Mm-hmm.
Agami 2. It also says CBC on it, but I don't know what that means.
It's flat on the outside.
No, this one's.
That's what the stem means. They call it skinless in Japanese, so that's why they call it.
My goodness. Okay, so this one is Agami 2 with stainless on the outside and Karochi, and it's $179. There you go. Munishi.
That's your budget knife right there.
That's the winner. That is the winner. This one
And
here.
he's from Tosa. Tosa's a fun place.
This one from Tarafusa. 103 carbon
Oh, that's
steel.
nice too.
Little guy, $103 for a hand hammered knife. Come on. You can't beat that. But then
No.
here's my winner. It's $86.
Look at that crazy thing.
And I have no idea what it is.
It's skinny knife.
Well, he says it's a skinny knife. I think it's a shallots knife and a chive knife and a strawberry knife.
A strawberry scalpel, as Longstash would say.
Longstash and I are not talking because I believe Longstash has been sending Chris Armitage mean emails about me.
Well, someone has to. You're mean.
I'm a delight. Ask me.
Yeah.
Hey.
You had to pretend to be your own mom to write a nice email.
That was from Anonymous.
Yeah. Yeah.
And blank,
Andrew says, oh, I'm just skipping over you.
blank, blank, blank. These are all in small Canadian dollars, not big, brutish American dollars.
No.
So there you go.
No.
You may want to show this one.
Is this bargain as well? This is not bargain.
$199.
This is bargain.
Yes. AS10.
Who makes this? Huh.
It's
So
the
here-
Tsunohisa.
He's just popped this into my hand. It's AUS 10 Damascus Tsuchime
Ooh.
for $199 with the white oak handle.
That'd make a really nice gift for someone too.
I don't think this is white oak. It's too light. I think it's cherry. What is this? American
It's
cherry?
oak. It's oak.
It is oak.
Yeah.
It's really light white oak.
I find those, and I don't know if it's just like a perception thing, but I find those single piece handles to be very light.
Well, you know what I find the ones that are on the doi knives and the ones that are on the Sakayul knives, I find them heavy actually. This one's very light.
Hmm.
Oh, excuse me.
Hey, here's a question about Fujiwara.
Yes.
Fred, you know our friend Fred down in Pennsylvania. Yeah,
Oh,
he's got.
Fujiwara.
Why does Fujiwara not add the finger notch to the smaller knives, like the 150 Gyutos? Is there a
There's no
reason
room.
that you know of? Yeah.
There's no
Okay.
room.
Well. Yeah.
There's no room in that area on a petty for the finger notch.
Yeah.
Just can't fit
I
it
guess you just grind
without weakening the edge.
Yeah.
So he could fit it mathematically, but it'll weaken the edge right there at the heel.
DJ's still going about the Shigafusa. I'm a bit behind here, so I'm sure he's heard us say that we don't know where the knife is right now. Could you use a Tawashi brush? Oh, here's a question that has nothing to do with knives. You could definitely use a Tawashi brush to clean the Traeger. I use Tawashi brushes to clean everything. Yeah, you could totally use that to clean your grill. Is that the Shigafusa there?
Yeah. You can always tell with their beautiful packaging. Lots of bubble wrap, just things they found in the garbage. So
So it's an Asuba.
it's a 240.
I knew that. That's big.
It's a monster. I've actually never held a 240 Asuba. And I like how it gets narrower towards the tip and fatter at the heel. This knife feels like it can do a ton of work. I think, I've never held an Usuba this size, but I really think that this Usuba is built for serious work. I'm very interested in this. Whoever buys this knife has to send me a review. They have to send me a serious review after using it for a while. It's $1,560.
Wow.
And you know how shigafusas happen. They just don't. So
Yeah,
we're
they
one of
just
the people that are,
they roll
we're one of the
through.
we're one
every
of the
now and
places that are lucky enough to get them.
again. Yeah. We've got, do we have any Maguro Bocho? Randy is asking if we have any tuna knives.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I got one here in front of me. We've got 3 of these. Ooh. So as you know, a Maguro Bocho, this is a double-sided one, is a longer knife.
Mm-hmm.
So this one's 450 mils, R2 powder steel, polished. Like I can see my face in it.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that. Look at the shape. It's hard to get it all in the frame. But look at the shape on that thing.
Yeah, the sweep is pretty awesome.
Yeah, like this is a sword.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you look at the tip, you can see the shape of the tip there. It's got the sword tip on it too. And it's got a quince burl and blonde water buffalo with silver spacers.
Yeah, I like the spacers.
This is a cool handle for a cool knife. We lucked out and got 3 of these. These will not last the first day. They're 2,926 small, practically tiny Canadian dollars. There you go.
Someone named Gary Horn says, well, Lordy started with the potty mouth. I'm gone. I don't know where you've been the whole time, Gary, but I didn't just start swearing. Mark Laporte says,
I'm sad to hear that Gary Horn was disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know what people expect from me. Look at the way I look.
I don't know what people expect from the world. I've been driving before. I ride a bicycle. You wouldn't believe the things you hear from people. They're not polite.
Oh, yeah. Mark Laporte says, what's your favorite new blacksmith?
New to me, new to the world.
I don't know. How about new to us?
New to us, the Sakai Uhl knives, I think, are great.
Yeah.
The Sakai Uhl knives, I think, are just tremendous. I'm going to call Mizaki-san new, but he's not that new to us. But I think Mizaki's knives are tremendous as well.
Yeah, his stuff is pretty awesome.
And there's this one, Hatsu Kokoro, that made this. These Hatsu Kokoro, I think, are tremendous. This is so thin, this Damascus and Tsuchimi with great big dings in them.
Yeah, I like that kind of. I don't know what I would call it. I call it like a heavy-handed Tsuchime. Like they really meant it to get in there, you know?
And this Hat 40 Santoku.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Hat 40.
Oh, Hat 40 is such an incredible steel.
It's kind of a weird thing to really like. Man. Oh, you got a Mizaki for you?
No, this is the same as the petty I was just showing you.
Yeah, that's its big brother.
The Hatsu Kokoro, but this is the big brother. This is the 240? Yeah. It feels small. Actually, everything feels small after holding that 450.
Oh, you like this?
This is a 240 Kurtsuke. Oh, I like Naoto, you just said, I like the next one. I like this one a lot. That's wicked. Oh,
Hat 40.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. A little Hanasuki.
A Hat 40 Hanasuki.
That's fun.
That's wicked.
Yeah. You get into a lot of trouble with that. Are we expecting any more Denkas before garage sale? Well, there might. I don't know what's in those boxes, but
we're hoping. We've got fingers crossed.
Yeah. Fingers are crossed, Trevor.
Fingers are crossed, Trevor. That's the best I can tell you. What exactly are you looking for, Trevor?
Yeah. And then our buddy,
I'm able to help better.
Our buddy TJ Ronan wants to say the Kurosaki Chinese cleavers, the Juyo Chinese chef's knife. We got to look at one of those yesterday. I believe it's the same knife. Do you have any garage sale? Yeah, so we'll have the one. Kevin's got it right there. Also, do you know how much the taxes will roughly be to ship to the UK as we are out of Europe? Royal Britannia genius.
Well, that's what your government decides. We don't decide that.
Yeah, so generally speaking, we charge, the way our shipping works is we charge a live rate. So we're only going to charge you what it costs us to send it to you, and you'll be able to, it'll calculate that at checkout. I think it's generally around 50, 55 Canadian to get a knife over to the UK.
He's asking about taxes.
Oh yeah, I don't know about, if I told you a number about like duties and taxes, I would be making it up.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I don't know what the new rules are in England. I don't know if they're going to charge you VAT, which is what 17.5%, at least it used to be when I was living there. I don't know if they're going to charge you GST VAT plus duty, or if they just have a duty on other things. I don't know if the free trade between Canada and UK has kicked in. If it has, it might slip through and charge you nothing, or they'll realize it was made in Japan and then charge you something. I know that after Boris and gang crashed out of the EU, they were bragging that they were going to be part of the Pan-Pacific Partnership with Canada, Japan, Vietnam, and whatever else is in that one. But that hasn't happened yet either. I'm just off. You've lived in the UK. You lived in Dublin, didn't you, Chris? I lived in London, England for nearly a decade.
I didn't live in the UK version of Ireland. I lived in the other one. I lived in the Republic of Ireland. I didn't live in Northern Ireland. I lived in a small town called Westport.
I meant the EU. You meant you lived in the EU, is what I meant.
I did. Yes.
I said the wrong thing.
But I don't really remember. I don't really remember what taxes were like. I remember showing up and not realizing that like the VAT, like the VAT was included in the price. Because I remember going up to someone, like when I arrived, I had everything packed in like a big like backpacker's bag, and it got shredded by Air Canada. And so I had to buy a new bag to get out of Dublin and make my way to Westport. And I went into just this like kind of camping shop, found a backpack for myself. And I remember asking like, how much is this going to cost? Cause I hadn't started working yet. So I had cash, but then I was like, and they're like, well, it says €50. I was like, oh, okay. But what about like tax? I had to get like a tax lesson from like some 18-year-old kid working in like Mountain Equipment Co-op. You know what I really like about the Denka Santokus? The last couple of years where he's been putting more of that little kind of bunka shape. It's not quite a bunka because it's kind of round, but it's
Mizaki makes that similar shape too, right?
Yeah.
So somebody was asking about the cleaver I was holding, and then everybody chimed in and said, "You Kurosaki, they are correct."
Yeah.
Naoto, how many of those do we have?
The cleavers?
Yeah.
5.
We have 5 of those Yu Kurosaki Chikubochos. And somebody was saying they were interested in Denka's Santoku.
Oh, well, there we go. That's the one you want.
That's the one.
I bet you if you look that up on the website, it's not hidden away.
I'll bet it's probably just there. It might.
Yeah.
Sometimes products that we've had before slip through into the regular products when we do them as garage sale. It's just like it's us not doing our jobs very well, frankly.
Yeah. But if it means you get to buy the knife, you should just go and buy it.
Well, yeah.
Trevor is asking if. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say if we make a mistake and it escapes into garage sale, it's not supposed to be. Just go for it.
Just do it up. Trevor is asking, would those acrylic handles be more or less fragile than wood? In my experience, they're generally a bit tougher. Even when you get like the stabilized wood handles, they've kind of fired epoxy right into it to toughen it up. It shouldn't shrink or swell like raw wood does.
I dropped a Korean handle knife and broke it on the tiles once.
Oh, that's pretty hard.
This acrylic is different than Corian, so I don't know.
Yeah.
This is a bunka
Mm-hmm.
Saji, and it's the Rainbow Damascus, but it's
very gentle, isn't it?
etched. Well, no, not in person. I can't get it on the camera.
Oh, okay.
I can't get it to show up on the camera.
Oh, you had it there. Yeah, I can see it.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to just show. There's like this one's like a polished, but it's also etched. It looks like it's etched and then polished.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I got some texture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That is the Saji VG10 Rainbow Damascus Wabunka 165. If I had to buy a knife today, this might be it too. I don't know. This is a really good garage sale for me. For me, it's a really good garage sale. There's lots of things that I want.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any questions? I see there's been a lot of talking, but I'm having a hard time reading.
Yeah, the acrylic handles, we talked about that. Randy has asked about options for Maguro Bocho. I just took a look on the website there. We've got one knife labeled as such, a Sakai Takayuki Tokuzo Maguro Bocho. It's 540 millimeters for $19.20. And I'll get the steel type for you here, my friend. Or maybe I won't, because it's
Sorry,
not.
what's it called? It's a Sakai Takayuki.
Yeah, Sakai Takayuki Tokuzo Maguro Bocho, 540 millimeters. So that would be the one on the website labeled as such. But in the meantime, let's go turn that one off for a second. No, that's silly. Go like that. He's going to find that. So James, a lot of people are asking about the color for the Kato handles. Each of those knives are going to be their own product. That's probably how we're going to go about it. They'll be numbered like when we had the Real Sharp Knives handles on the stuff from like Kobayashi and whatnot. That's usually like when the handles are that funky, we're going to put each one up as their own product.
Yeah.
Don Penny is commenting on the Seki Kenetsugu 4-piece steak knife sets. Those are awesome. If they're the ones I'm thinking about, the micarta handle, powdered Damascus steel, those are amazing.
Don Penny, I'd like to thank you for the nice email you sent congratulating me on winning Chopstick Challenge.
Now's your chance to do the right thing, Don Penny.
The way you destroyed Lordy and Naoto was inspirational, Don Penny. So thanks for the kind words, Don Penny.
Now's your chance to do it. MRK is asking, what is the purpose of the Fujiwara Menkiri?
Oh, where's the Fujiwara Menkiri? Naoto, you hold that up. You didn't want to unpack these, so I'm going to try to
I'm going to slide them down. Menkiri?
Whoa. So a Menkiri is for cutting noodles, right?
Yeah. Men means noodles. Kiri is to cut. This one here, it's almost like there's two shapes, like menkiri or sobakiri. This is more like a sobakiri. It's soba to cut the soba noodles with. It's flat so that it just touches on the cutting board entirely. So when you're cutting pasta, oftentimes the pasta cutting noodle knives had a big curve to it to go all the way through. Japanese just made it straight, so they cut it all the way through.
Kind of like how a Nikiri works, right?
Yeah.
So the whole thing touches the board at the same time.
Some Penny was saying.
We're going to go back to the. Let me just turn on your other camera.
There you go. Yeah,
there you go.
It's a coreless Damascus with SG2. No, sorry. Yeah. No, VG10 and VG2 stainless steel coreless Damascus. It's beautiful. It's a full color knife. Super thin, and it keeps the edge quite nice and long as well.
That's what Don's missing, is a really nice set of steak knives. He's got lots of knives to cook the steaks with, but he needs something for the table, I think.
Yeah, this is actually really nice piece right here.
Yeah, we've had those before, and they're gorgeous.
We have I don't know if it's on the garage sale thing or not, but we do have these steak knives as well. For those who's looking for steak knife set, this is actually quite.
Oh, those are those the Makusta, the Pro Flames, right?
Down my Pro Flame. Yeah, these are pretty nice.
Yeah, that's the thing about a steak knife, right? Is you want to be able to, like, it's really part of the show. Like we always talk about a sujihiki, like you've carved the bit, you've cooked the big roast or the turkey, and you want to show it off.
Yeah.
Well, steak knives are another good opportunity for that.
Yeah.
Now, do we have any Moritaka Hanasukis?
Not this one, unfortunately. The regular shipment will be coming. So the regular one is going to be available soonish.
Yeah.
But the not for the garage sale. I'm gonna have to help that 1 second.
You got it. Here, all good. I'm getting good at the switching back and forths. Zebulon says the strawberries are trash. Blank says don't hate on berries.
What?
Thank you.
Trevor is asking about Takeda folding knives. We've got a handful around.
Yeah.
Do we have any new ones? Any new Takeda folding knives?
Yes.
I'll go grab some.
Folders or just the Higos? Or is there other folders?
There are few.
Naoto's going to find us some to take a look at. Mount Everest.
Yeah, I like pink stuff.
Mount Everest has a good comment here. I know Kevin likes to think he's Stevie Wonder on the piano during garage sale, but I like to picture him as more of a smog hoarding all of the knives in the warehouse. He has kind of got a dragony thing going on. I had a friend in high school.
We use the warehouse to distribute.
I know,
them.
but it looks like you're sleeping on a pile of knives. My friend Travis.
I'm being sensitive because people are saying such mean things after I won the chopstick challenge. Handily, easily. One.
I think the less you talk about the chopstick challenge, the less negative comments you're going to hear. Just for the record, like if I was going to give you some honest advice, I think they're coming because you're not letting it go. You're talking about it.
If I was going to give you some honest advice about it, I'd say maybe you should practice using chopsticks.
Well, here's the thing. This whole thing is reminding me a lot about the story that I have from when I was in grade 8.
Is that when you ate the dog food?
No, that was in grade 11.
Oh, sorry.
Once when I was in grade 8, I was hanging out with some friends and I tried marijuana for the very first time.
Was it legal then? I don't think it was.
It wasn't. It was a bad move. All right, I might be going to jail for this by admitting it. But what happened, I didn't know that my mother had scheduled a doctor's appointment for me the next day.
Oh, yeah.
And I was terrified that they were going to find out that I had done this. I must have been in grade 7 because I remember asking my dad, I was like, so Dad, how did they find out that Ross Rebliati guy, like how'd they know he was like smoking weed before? And I kept asking questions about drug testing. And my dad eventually just said, he's like, look, if you just drop it, okay? If your mother hears you asking these questions, you're just going to keep you're just going to get yourself into trouble. So just stop talking about it. No one knows better. Just shut your mouth. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with the chopstick challenge. The more you talk about it, the more flack you're going to get. So
I don't know. I feel like
But I won.
Did you? If that's what you got to do to win, I think you got to. Yep. You know what? I could, here, give me a second. Actually, you show off some knives. I'm going to fix this here and now. Here. You just show off all your knives, answer your questions. No, I'll be back in a moment.
So now we're all alone, so we can look at fun stuff. This is a Takeda folding, and he calls this material honeycomb. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
And he hasn't told us, but I'll tell you what, it's cool and grippy. And we've got a little groove right here. And it's a lock blade with the lock right on the end. So you lock it, fold it. Oh. I might have one of these. No, how many of these locking blades did we get from Takeda?
Mammoth
You got a mammoth one too?
backlog.
All right.
Those are two. That's the same construction.
So let's open this one and see what it is. Oh, this is.
Is that a Hugo backlog?
Oh, it's a liner lock, Hugo. So it's got the lock here inside, and this handle has taken 40,000 years to make because this is mammoth ivory. Look at that. I don't have a mammoth ivory pocket knife yet. These are chunky. These are big gold. Like these are knives that can do real work.
You know, I could be spending my time helping you by answering questions, but now I've got to go and make my own chopstick challenge board.
Chris, nobody can hear you. They can't even see you.
Well, that's probably for the best.
Look at this. This is the backlock mammoth ivory, and it's the bark of the ivory, so it's the outside of the tusk as well. So it's got it's got texture, and it's got a lot of look about it. Now, to any idea how much these cost? What's the price on these?
Yes.
Because these are pretty cool. And these are the biggest folding knives I've seen from Takeda in a long time, because he, for years, was making really small knives, and these are some chunky folding knives. And I love this. Here is a pink handle. Look at this. Look at that. I'm always a fan of pink handle knives, and this is one of his fixed blade. And, interesting shape to the handle. Got that nice rise here. I like these now, too.
This one, Mammoth?
The mammoth folders were what does it say, 826?
Yeah, 826. The honeycomb one is 6.
And the honeycomb folder is 622. Right now, so here's those Takeda's back. Is there anything else you guys want to see? Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for. It's time to go home. I've got a beer.
Well, I've gone and made my own.
Well, Chris, why don't you take this camera
challenge board?
Why don't you take this camera off? Because I got nothing else to show for a bit.
Okay. I've gone and made my own little chopstick challenge board. So now,
what does it say?
It's it's got the correct times down.
But we already got the correct times, Chris.
Well, all years you just got a board with tape on it, and that's your argument. So now I got a wall with tape on it.
Well, these were the correct times.
Yeah, but see, mine are based off of fact. That's the difference.
Well, we had official timers. In fact, Chris, if your time was better than you think, maybe you should talk to the person timing you.
No, it's not that my time was better. It's that yours was worse than what was recorded.
We had the official timer. I don't understand.
I think the official timer has already admitted to not doing a good job on this very video.
You can be on that there as well.
But that was the official time. That's okay. Chris Armitage is looking into it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to feel sad about this anymore.
No. Well, we could just stop talking about it.
Redo, because I just don't know if I could put up with any more tears, to be honest.
No, I don't think I've shed a single tear, to be honest. Let me go through these comments. I'm just going to get back to my. I'm going to get back to my job here. Get back to my job.
I'm going to get back to drinking beer.
Okay, so we do have. I'm sorry. I'm getting caught up there, guys. I had to stop and make my own chopstick challenge leaderboard.
That's what you have to reduce yourself to make yourself feel better. Get some.
You know what? Some people need to know the truth, Kevin.
Oh yeah. I'm
sick of these chopstick. No, I'm sick of these chopstick conspiracy theories. I made an appointment to get my vaccine.
Yeah.
May 30th. I'm gonna get it.
Are you actually gonna go though? Are you gonna wear a mask? Are you against masks now too?
No. Come on. I'm from the Maritimes, all right? That's like the one part of the country that did it properly, it seems. And I'm trapped here. let me answer some of these knife questions. I don't want to talk about vaccines with you right now. You're trying to make me look bad.
You're the one making up your own signs. Like, I don't like the reality. I'm gonna make up my own sign. It's fine. I won't mention anymore. I don't want you to feel sad.
Yeah, let's just stop talking about it. So Mike H is torn between a Kato and the Sugimoto Chukabocho. Well, I would probably buy a Kato myself.
I'd get Kato as well.
Yeah. John says he's wanted the Kato Black Damascus SG2 for a while, so he's going in that direction. Yeah, well, John, you know what? You should just get once all those pictures go up, you can probably zone in on one that you like a little bit more. Get it because Kevin showed them all, but they're all different. So let the photos get up there, and we'll get a look. Fardusa is asking if we could get a look at a Sakai Kikumori Tomoshibi Yanagiba.
It's on the desk, on the table there.
Sakai Kikumori. This guy?
Yeah.
That's Sakai Kikumori.
That's made by, forged by the guy who used to work for us.
No. All right. This is the Sakai Kikumori Yanagiba you're asking about. Do you know who forged this, Lord? Oh, excuse me.
I can't remember his name now that I'm like put on the spot. Toru
Tamura-san. So Toru used to work with us, and then when he left to move back to Japan, he said, "Oh, I've got this guy you should hire. He's my roommate. His name's Naoto." And I said,
"How'd that work out?"
I said, "Naoto, is he the guy that is the waiter at Sushi Hibiki?" And he's like, "Yeah, you should hire him." So I did. And then I had to fight with Aoki-san at Sushi Hibiki. We had to fight because he was really upset that I stole his star waiter.
Oh, wow.
We had to fist fight. And then last time I saw him was about a year ago. He said, "Hey, Kevin, you got really fat." And I said, "Thanks. Thanks, bud."
Oh, wow. That's not very nice.
That's whatever. I guess he's still bitter.
Mm.
Look at that.
That's a beautiful knife.
That is the, I'm assuming this is the Sasaoka.
Mm.
And that is a very, very cool. This one here, Sasaoka, Aogami, Kuro, or Kurochi 270. I don't know. I wouldn't call this a Yanagiba. I would call it a Sakamaru.
Mm. Mark Laporte's got a little piece of restaurant gossip. Did anyone hear that when 11 Madison Park, so a very well-known restaurant in New York City restaurant, when it reopens, it's going to be vegan?
I heard that, yeah. Can we
I didn't hear that.
put a screen on here that's less awesome?
Okay.
There we go. Hey, I'm the bigger one. Oh, I'm the little one.
No, you're little. We're looking for Ellipsis wants. I think we're going to start winding this up here, folks. We're getting near the end. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong, Kevin. We're almost at the end of the comments that we've got, and then I'll do the wrap up, and that'll give everyone a chance to get a few more questions in.
Did we want to play a video today? Did we want to play some of that chopstick video?
We can. I think it's 6 minutes long. You want to watch it all?
We can always fast forward or cut it off anytime we like.
I can turn it off, but I can't fast forward.
Oh.
Well, let me get through these. I know. I only know how to do so much.
Okay.
Let me get through these, and then we can look at it.
Somebody's asking about the Kato VG10 Damascus Western Santoku. I don't have that.
Okay.
But I have
don't. Okay. You want to be big?
Sure. But I have the petty of that line. Oh, and I've got the Santoku in front of me. Naoto's like...
Okay, well, here, I put the... Now you can point the Santoku at the close-up cam.
I can do that.
Yeah. And then we've got... Ellipsis is asking about the handle of the Murata Funayuki. Magnolia with horn?
Is it horn or is it plastic? So there you go, Orion. There's your
Those are wicked
I
knives.
love the Damascus on this. That's so cool. I always like the weight of them too, right?
Yeah.
Because the tang goes all the way to the end, but it only goes halfway down the blade. I don't know if you can see it here. The tang only goes halfway down, so it's overall it's a lighter knife, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as heavy or clunky as a standard Western handle.
So Chris,
Yes, sir.
Funayuki 165 has the plastic collar,
Okay.
but 150 has the octagon with black paca.
Okay. So this is going to be the one. This is the 165 Funayuki ellipsis.
165, yeah.
Yeah, and that's got a magnolia with plastic collar, and then the 150 is an octagonal magnolia handle with a black paca collar. And then we got John May is asking if we can get another look at the close up of the Yu Kurosaki Phoenix knives.
Yes.
We'll find one of those. We'll show that off.
I haven't seen one yet on this table. I've buried it. We also somebody wants to see Masashi 165 Deva as well.
So we'll find that.
I can grab one.
We'll find the Phoenix. We'll find the Deba. Oh, turned off the wrong camera again.
I've gone and made a huge mess here.
Well, that's okay. How much are those Takeda folders?
Oh, here we go.
Well, what do you got? Okay, here, put it back. Give it to your close-up cam. There we go. That is a nice-looking knife, huh?
Yeah. So that's the Kurosaki Phoenix. Well, whole. I thought it was a bold move by Levin Madison Garden.
Yeah.
Madison
Well, you know what?
Park, I guess it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I love these Debas.
Well,
Okay, here's the Masashi Deba. Polished and rounded spine. Polished and rounded choil. He just makes knives that feel great. And they just work great. They look great. He's just got he is such a skilled blacksmith. I'm a huge fan of Masashi. And he's a decent bloke too.
Mm-hmm.
We've had so much fun with him. Somebody asked about the Hinuras.
Yeah.
This 135 TJ Ronin, who keeps accusing me of stealing it. I haven't stolen it yet. I won't be stealing it. But God, I want to. This is the nicest one I've seen yet. Like, this is easily the nicest river jump petty I've seen. Oh.
And what was the price range on our Takeda folders?
$650 to $860, something like that.
There we go.
$650 was the non-mammoth, and then the $860 $860 was the mammoth.
That, you know what? This is going to sound like kind of a weird thing to say, but that's a pretty good price for something made with mammoth horn.
It's actually an incredible price. Yeah.
Yeah, because like we've had those Dovo Mammut razors. Those things were $1,100.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be more. There's going to be more of the tusk on the knife too, though. You're getting more mammoth with the knife than you would on the razor.
Yeah, you are.
So that's pretty. That's you know what? That's not crazy. That's crazy. Do you know our buddy Da Song works up at Riviera? He doesn't have a Fujiwara one, but he does have. I don't know if it's from Enryu or. Yeah, he's got a nice Sobakiri he uses for cutting noodles up there.
Do you like this high video of my arms here? What that?
Yeah, it's a good one. Well, you were showing a knife. You're hard to keep up with, Kevin. There's someone named Hot Voodoo Witch says I'm vegetarian.
We're doing a chopstick challenge. I'm hard to keep up with too, aren't I?
See, I just turned him off. See, he's too far from the computer. He can't turn me off, but I can turn him off whenever I like. I just don't flex that muscle that often. I'll let him come back now, though. See, I'll just put you in timeout. I actually...
Who do you think's texting me?
I don't know. Probably someone telling us to wrap this up because we're dragging on today. Holy moly. Let me go over some of the upcoming streams that are going to be happening in the next week or so. Sharpening Night in Canada. So that's courtesy of Owen and Francis, the Vancouver crew. They're going to be at 7:15 Mountain Time looking at the Suahiro wedge stones. So they're a new product that we got in not too long ago. It is like a double-sided stone that's shaped like a little wedge. So a lot of people use them, like put them in your tackle box, put them in your backpack. They make a really good kind of on-the-go sharpening knife. But I've also read that you can use the skinny end of the wedge to do like serrated knives. So that's kind of fun. The Naoto Nerdy Power Hour is going to be taken over by a more extensive garage sale preview. So that's going to start a little bit earlier on Friday, May 14th at 2 p.m. Mountain Time.
Blank's got an interesting question. He says, would you carry a blacksmith's knives, even if they weren't great, if the blacksmith was a cool enough guy? Now,
I think we answered that question yesterday.
We have carried knives from young blacksmiths where I thought they still had room to improve, but the price and the quality matched. But the price and the quality have to match, at least.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because there's a guy there's a couple guys I know that I'm waiting. As Sheba said one day when we left the One Forge, he goes, those knives are almost good.
Almost good. Yeah.
And then the next year we left and I said, they were almost straight this year.
I remember you telling me about that.
We haven't bought any from him yet. We will. But they have to they gotta tick the right boxes, right? Sorry?
They gotta tick the right boxes.
Yeah, it's got to yeah. Being a cool guy's good. Being a cool guy that makes good stuff gets you in the shop.
Gets way better. On the 17th, which is the first day of garage sale. Knifewear garage sale is going to run from May 17th to the 24th. So Monday to Monday. We got a long weekend in there. We are going to do something very similar today. Kevin is going to it'll be like probably more official and more like less bad words and stuff. We're going to be set up in the warehouse. Kevin's going to be set up. We're going to do some shifts. Mike's going to get in there. Naoto's going to get in there. Nathan probably too.
Nathan, who, by the way, is a great timer. Good at the pushing the buttons.
Yeah, you're not good at letting things go. I think this is on you, not me. That's going to start at 8 Mountain Time because that's when we're turning on the website, right?
8 Mountain Time. We're turning on the website, and we're going to hit the airwaves like 5 to 8. So we have time to introduce everything and get people excited, and then at 8 we'll hit the airwaves to help you out.
So we're going to be doing. Kevin's going to be set up with his Dragon Horde of Knives.
Yeah,
as it was called today, which I like more. And then, so if you've got questions, like someone said, like, can you give me a compare and contrast between these two knives from Enru? Well, yeah. Okay, we'll pick them up. We'll show you both. We'll measure them. We'll weigh them. All of that. It's really the closest we can get to putting the knife in your hand in the store because the stores, as you know, COVID has slowed things down over there. On the 17th, that's Monday, Tuesday, I guess we're talking about on Japanese Knife 101, how to build the ultimate Japanese kitchen knife. Well, the only knife I've ever made is trash. So,
which day is that?
On Tuesday, May 18th at 1 p.m.
We're going to talk about garage sale.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about garage sale more. We're not going to talk about that.
No, we're going to talk about garage sale.
Yeah. And then on the 20th, which is going to be the Thursday at 4 p.m., is going to be more garage sale, followed by Sharpening Night in Canada. So there's just going to, because the cool thing about garage sale is, we start off with this huge, awesome pile of knives. Let me make you big, Kevin. We start off with a huge, awesome pile of knives, and then it goes down. But then there's almost always a second shipment comes in the week, and it gives us more to talk about, more to look at. That's that AUS 10 Damascus, eh?
Yeah, somebody was just saying that it looks amazing. It's only $199. Oh, from
Yeah.
Blank Blank. Blank Blank, who also sent me a really nice note saying congratulations on fair and square winning of the Chopstick Challenge. So Blank Blank, thank you for that.
Oh, John May has corrected me. How to build the ultimate Japanese knife collection. Well, that's just, I'm reading the sheets they give me, guys. I can only do as good of a job as they let me, it seems. I get thrown under the bus around here a lot, it seems.
You could, practice or do your own research. Isn't that what you like to do? Isn't that what you fake news like to say? Do your own research?
No, I really just take the email that Garbage gives me and I read from it.
Garbage is on your side, man.
Yeah, I don't know who's on my side anymore, to be honest.
I am. I like you.
So.
Yeah, I am. I like you. I'm on your side. Why wouldn't I be?
I don't know. Well, so Mark has a question. How did we get the knives for the garage sale with COVID-19? Zoom and phone calls and Japanese WhatsApp. All kinds of we got a good working relationship with all these blacksmiths now. So they trust us, we trust them. They know what we like. We know kind of what we're getting a lot of the time. So. Yeah,
Naoto's met a lot of new people as well, just by hard work, right?
Yeah.
And he actually was able to go to Japan last year. He went in January. Last time I was there was October 2019. So he went 4 months later to meet 5 new people that we didn't know. So Naoto got in there early with these guys, and so we've been just using technology really to travel. What's that, Chris Lord?
It's something new from Ken of Inglewood that no one else has seen yet.
You should make you big. You should make you big, and we can see it.
You got it.
This
is. Look at that. It's the next round of the Kent of Inglewood special edition shaving brushes.
I think that's cool, man. What is that material?
Broken skateboards.
How do you get that many broken skateboards?
Well, we've got a buddy. These were made by a fella here in Ottawa named Andrew Zito. And he's got quite a kind of following of his own on YouTube and whatnot for his woodworking. But he goes around and he collects broken skateboards.
Where do you collect broken skateboards? How does this work?
Well, there's a couple of skate shops around town, and he's just kind of, when people come in and they've got their busted one, they'll leave it behind when they buy a new one. So he collects them all, peels all the tape off them, stacks them up, laminates them, glues them together, and then makes stuff out of them. So he's made us. There's going to be 40 of these. I have no idea how much they cost because they've only just shown up in the store. Mike doesn't even know that they're here yet, and this was Mike's pet project. But the really cool thing about them is every single one is different from the next.
240.
So I'm pretty stoked about that. I could use a new shaving brush, and I would like one of these.
Chris?
So
if you
I could also use the shaving brush.
Put this one on.
It's on.
And I'm trying. I'm doing an unboxing video now. Look at this.
Is this for Andy Liu? Can we get a look at the Sakai Kikomori Shiroichi Honyaki Fujiyama Hamon Gyuto 240? Blank, this feels like silver tip badger hair to me. Whoa, look at that. Look at that.
You see the hamon there? It looks like Mount Fuji.
Uh-huh.
It's also mirror. Yeah.
You got it, yeah.
There you go. And it's got what looks like a quince burl. And again, It's that handle that's really all the rage right now. That quince burl with blonde buffalo horn and the silver spacers. That is a lovely.
That's kind of a a new move, eh?
Well, it's a redo of a design that's been around for a while.
Mm. But you don't often see with the kind of like I don't know what the right word to use would be, but like almost like the butt of the handle, like on the bottom.
It shows up on sometimes in Japan. It'll show up on the really like what people think are the most nicest, fanciest knives. It makes a difference for sure. I just we didn't get a lot of them before. We've had them in and out. We're getting more of them these days because Naoto really likes them. So each buyer, being me and Naoto, each has our own interest as well. So we buy heavily what we're interested in. Mm-hmm. So there you go. There's that.
Blank's asking if he can get a knife thrown in when I buy the AUS 10 one. We could maybe draw a picture of a knife and throw that in.
Yeah, I could draw a picture of a knife. I could
even. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll give you a paper knife.
I could just buy the book and I'll draw a knife in it for you.
Yeah. Well, have we got anything else to say, Kevin? We had Sharp Knives Rock yesterday. That's why we keep talking about the chopstick challenge. So
why don't you drop it, Chris?
Well, I'm trying to like promote the things we work hard on here.
You should drop the chopstick challenge, Chris.
Okay, so we were talking about garage sale yesterday and chopstick etiquette and things. Here's what we'll do, Kevin. I'll turn on the chopstick video, and that's what we'll leave to.
That can be our outro. There we go.
That'll be our outro. So if you like, you can watch.
Well, you can put it on the big one. You can put us on the little one.
I'm gonna do that.
And then we could just make fun of Naoto because he made a chopstick video, but then lost chopstick challenge.
It's true.
He wasn't even as fast as you, Chris.
I know.
Proper manner doesn't go with the speed.
Oh, proper manner doesn't go with speed. That was a race, though, Naoto.
Yeah, it wasn't a polite competition.
It was a good.
He
was trying to be
polite. You win gold. You get the gold medal for most polite. I'm not even on the podium. So, we did. So the second Monday of every month we do Sharp Knives Rock, and yesterday's episode, which you can find on our YouTube channel, was all about using chopsticks, and we had a snippet of the video I'm about to show, and we also had. We had a race, and if you would like to give it a go yourself and make a video of yourself doing it, you can send it in. We got a new email address for all of this TV stuff, eh?
You have a caption for it?
Yeah, I sure do. It's tv@knifewear.com. So you can send your videos there. You can send your pictures there. You can send your complaints or praise there, and it'll get divvied out to us.
Be complaints.
Yeah, it'll mostly be complaints. You know, Gary did leave because I said some bad words, I guess. I'm sorry, Gary, if you did come back. I have a hard time. I can't help it. I was a cook for far too long. And then, yeah, you know what? It's a lot of fun, and it's something that we work really hard on, and it'd be really cool if you checked it out. So, and same as this video. You know, it might seem like we're just goofing around the whole time because mostly we are, but we are trying. So if you have the opportunity to give us a like or subscribe to the channel, it would be much appreciated. There's a little bell, I'm told. You can click on the bell, and then you'll get notifications about when we have new stuff going on. So unless you got anything else to say, Kevin, I'm going to turn the video on.
I was just going to say that if you have naked jumping jacks videos, send them to Chris Garbatage.
Yeah.
Chris with a K at knifewear.com.
Yeah.
John May said, I considered leaving when Kevin refused to reveal the secrets of the box over his left shoulder, but I stuck it out. John May's brave that way, isn't he?
He is.
He's not like Gary. He's brave.
Yeah. So, well, I guess, are we going to say goodbye? And then just play the video and shut it off?
I'm probably just going to leave. but
Okay.
we'll pretend we'll say rude things.
Okay, we'll say
Let's
rude
play the
things.
video
All right.
and we'll just say the video and we'll see what happens.
All right, there we go.
Chopsticks. Millions of people in the world
nope,
wrong
use
one.
them daily, and myself, I grew up using them as well. Today, I'll show you how to use them properly and worst 20 thing that you can do with
The
Japanese chopsticks.
20 things you can do.
Here at Knifewear, we're here to make your experience with food much better. So, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button so that you don't miss any videos. Also, check out the links in the description below for more products and stories. Japanese people have been using chopsticks since early 7th century. These chopsticks were brought from China. But Japanese people have been developing, changing the shape or size of the material of the chopsticks over the years. In East Asia, there are 3 main cultural groups who uses a chopsticks: Japanese, Chinese, and Korean. Here are main differences. Chinese chopsticks are much longer and slightly thicker than Japanese counterparts. One of the biggest reasons for the Chinese chopsticks being very long is that they're communal dining setting. Traditionally, Chinese foods are served in a bigger plate and to be shared with everyone in your family.
Look at that shirt he's wearing.
Therefore, Chinese chopsticks should be longer to be able to reach the food. Korean chopsticks, on the other hand, they are short like the Japanese ones, but they're made with metal. Historically speaking, back in hundreds of years ago, upper class Koreans were using chopsticks that are made with silver. Silver will detect the poisons in your food. Therefore, general public started using the metal chopsticks to mimic their upper class. Japanese chopsticks are traditionally shorter and much more pointier. Reason for being this pointy is that it can serve much more purposes, like cutting, like wrapping, like grabbing, like deboning. Traditionally, Japanese food were served so that you do not need anything else but a set of chopsticks. Where traditionally, many cultures, they still do have spoons or some sort of knife to cut.
Chris, have you ever used the Korean chopsticks that are metal and little? You haven't, eh?
No, I've seen them around, but I've
super hard, and they're just flat. But they're used to detect poison in food. It must be an epidemic that everybody needs to detect poison. Everybody's poisoning everybody in Korea.
Yeah, I've never thought that I was at risk of being poisoned.
After applying 30 layers,
Poor Naoto. And Ellipsis has given Naoto a hard time about losing badly at Chopstick Challenge. I suspect if we did it again, Naoto would kick our butts because I bet he would practice instead of being cocky. And he would get a good sleep. We do some push-ups to warm up.
Oh, can you imagine? You just he's probably got like resistance bands on his chopsticks. He's like,
there we go. Look at that.
You hold a chopstick with index finger, middle finger, and your thumb.
So you see that silk cloth, silk hoodie?
Yeah.
Shibata instantly that because that's
my thumb is
it's the Masakagi pattern.
Oh, okay.
You can see where they took the Masakagi pattern from. This is I think there's 3 of these obis kicking around.
Oh, wow.
From the same material, and it's the Masakagi pattern.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Ida. Yeah, that's somewhere in the archives in this office somewhere. But
There's going to be a Knifewear museum one day.
There is. It's just going to be. I'm going to be mummified.
Okay, so when we watched this yesterday, the crazy thing I thought about this was that there is a word for every wrong thing. Listen to it.
A word for every wrong thing.
Mayoibashi. Hovering your chopsticks while you are thinking. Chigiribashi. Use chopsticks like forks and knives.
Mark said, Chris stays to you at the garbage sale.
You flick
Oh,
your food
Yeah,
with your chopsticks.
it'll be fun to have you back, Mark.
Yosebashi.
Yeah, it'd be nice when we can finally have
Use
people
your
in coffee. Yeah,
chopsticks.
yes. Won't it be fun when this is over? We can have parties and hot dog and beer parties again.
Yeah, that'll be
Bridge
nice.
over the
One day this will be over.
watashibashi.
That's what they say.
Hey Nathan, that looks good. Can I have
I got my shot. 10 days ago now.
it?
So
Tatakimashi.
that last one where they passed it back and forth, Naoto said that made him very, very uncomfortable to do.
Yeah. Do you know what? You know why?
It's a funeral thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It's got to do with cremations and passing bits of bone around, I believe,
Mochibashi.
of your ancestors.
Yeah.
To hold the plate.
And yeah, it's not a very pleasant
the
stuff.
chopstick
No.
in your hand. Ogamibashi. To have chopsticks in your hand and bow.
Now, see, I thought that one was nuts because we saw people do that all the time when we were in Japan.
Oh, there.
That's
Kamibashi.
yeah.
That's yeah.
Your
Apparently it's free, but it happens all the time. Same
Kwaebashi.
as putting your chopsticks on the side of the bowl.
Yeah.
Hold the chopsticks with your mouth.
Yeah, don't do that.
Neburibashi.
Don't stick them behind your ear either.
No. But see, the funny thing is, like, we're looking at these rules and saying, like, oh my God, there's so many of them. But we got table manners too. The amount of time I spend yelling at my kids for screwing around with their fork and knife, or you know, like,
what to do and what not to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.
Oh, that was informative. That's a really good video. That's why they don't let us make videos anymore. Because that was a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah.
He rehearsed. He wrote it out. He planned that.
Yeah. The sad thing is, Kevin, I try really hard, and this is what we get. I do those things. I got notes, man. I got notes for days.
Naoto memorizes them. He's a method actor. He memorizes it and does it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the Daniel Day-Lewis of
Well,
Knifewear.
I was gonna say he's the Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now.
Oh, okay. That's why you got your vaccine before me, because that's the option you chose. You're dating yourself there.
Chris,
I'm paying attention.
you're the oldest millennial I know.
I don't even think I'm old enough to be a millennial. I don't know how all that works. Sometimes I hear I am, and sometimes I hear I'm not. I don't really know.
I think you're a millennial. You're just a very like Mike. Mike's a baby boomer. He just happens to be a Gen Xer.
Yeah, it's just the wrong age. Yeah, I know. I understand. I know what you mean. But I think we should say goodbye before everyone kicks us off. We might get kicked off the internet.
Times 3. Oh, this went on too long. I got to ride home still.
Yeah. So
I got an hour.
I'm going to say goodbye. Kevin has to ride his bike for an hour. I'm going to remind you again, like and subscribe, but I'm not going to be as charming as Naoto was in the video. He was much better at it than I am. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Come back throughout the week. Check out some more garage sale stuff, especially on Friday. Remember, a little bit of an earlier show on Friday. More knives, more opportunity for the in-depth questions, because we'll have more stuff out. And then come back on Monday, and we'll help you guys out. Pick out your new toys. It'll be a riot.
That's just the saying, "Stay strong, Lordy. Justice will prevail." That's right. Chris Armitage is looking into it. There's a formal investigation in place. So there you go.
Yeah.
Because I felt that Chris was almost as fast as me.
Yeah, seems that way. Yeah. Again, I'm not the one who brought it up.
Delay in the internet. I think you were just.
Must have been it. You could have timed us separately, as a matter of fact. If someone really wanted to dig into it, you would just focus on me, and then you would do a second one and just focus on Kevin. If someone really wanted to get in there, So, just saying.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, Chris will probably do that. He's thorough.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a thorough. Yeah. Yeah, he's all right most of the time.
He's there.
All right. Well, I'm going to turn this off now. We don't even know where the rails are anymore.
I'm just texting people now.
Yeah, Kevin's like just stopped, and I'm trying to be polite, but I'm not very good at it. So, talk to everybody later.